Some games don't just look good. Some games look like paintings brought to life. While most games out there choose realism, these titles in particular are far more timeless. Today, we're diving into 3 of those games that's dare to be visually bold. Games whose art styles still live rent-free in our minds. This isn't about graphics. This is about style, vision, and soul. And let's go on to our very first game. Dawn of Mana. Now, Dawn of Mana feels like stepping into a hand-painted fantasy novel. The environments are soft, warm, and organic. The forests glow with life. The ruins feel ancient yet gentle. And even the combat arenas feel like illustrations pulled out of a storybook. What truly sets Dawn of Mana apart is how the physics and the arts collide. Enemies aren't just defeated, they are thrown, crushed, launched, interacting with the environment in ways to make every fight feel like an animated painting in motion. The character designs embrace simplicity and charm rather than the over-detailed nonsense that the AAA developers produce. Faces are expressive, the proportions feel almost fairy tale-like, and the color palette leans heavily into the natural greens, the earth tone, and the soft light. Dawn of Mana doesn't try to impress you with sharp edges and lazy textures on someone's face. No, it invites you into his world with the warmth and motion and its imagination. Then there's Dragon's Crown. Beautiful. When Dragon's Crown first released, it was seen as intense, vulgar, too unrealistic for the mere man to comprehend. But I value that. Every character in Dragon's Crown looks like they were painted with a dry, thick, delicate brushstroke. The monsters are exaggerated. The armor is massive. The monsters feel absurd. The designs don't feel realistic at all. It's purely fantasy. The art style is unapologetic. The sorceress is elegant but sinister. The dwarf is built like a walking boulder. The Amazon looks like she could go through a wall. And the environments, they are dense, layered, bursting with detail. From the quartered taverns to the monstrous dragon layers. That's what makes Dragon's Crown special. As it never tries to be realistic. It leans in, it commits to the fantasy, embracing how intense and exaggerated everything is as its strength. It looks like an illustration that you could put on your wall and no one will notice. They'll be like, wow, that's beautiful, that's actually artistic. Who was the painter? Painter? Just a bunch of devs that took their time to create such an intense and eye-catching art style. Till date, people still remember it. People still vividly remember how the world felt to them, how vast it felt, how intense the world building seemed to them, even though the game is not open world, it's just a collection of dungeon activities. But the way they dare to be able to simulate how larger than life the world felt on the PS Vita, be able to accomplish this beautiful hand-drawn aesthetic. And people are out there scared to approach the game because it seems too intense. Well, beautiful art like this just wastes away on some old console that no one will have. But I hope you individuals right here, take out your time to revisit these classics, these beautiful works of art. Because at this point, this stuff should be left in the museum, or at least be ported back so that the modern individual could get to experience such love and care and dedication that was taken to create such beautiful works like this. Now to the next game. Now an individual might look like this and say, this was on the PS2? Yes, it was. The PS2 was capable of letting developers excel and showcase how skilled they are in creating some of their vast and interesting worlds. And as you can see, Valkyrie Profile 2 doesn't just look artistic, it looks divine. The game blends Norse mythology with the grand architecture, dramatic lighting, and almost a statue-like approach to character presentation. The characters move with weight and purpose, like figures carved out from a marble of life. The armor reflects the light softly. The environment stretched wide and monumental, and the camera often frames the scenes like classical paintings. Now, like our former games, Valkyrie Profile 2 feels solemn and epic. And the fact that a game like this was able to come back during the age of the PS2 is proof that we've lost talent that we could never get back. Colors are cooler, shadows are deeper, but everything feels touched by fate. It is a world that feels ancient, tragic, yet beautiful. A visual reminder that this is a story about gods, war, and destiny. Now, what connects all three of these games is not the technology, no. It's the confidence. They weren't afraid to look different. They weren't chasing trends, and they fully committed to their artistic vision despite the attacks from the public. And because of that, they didn't age. They became timeless. In an era where games brought together visually, these titles stand as proof that art style beats realism every single time. Now, if you miss games that make art like this, you're not alone. Now, let me know in the comments, which game do you think had the best art style among all of them here? And which one do you believe deserves to be on this list? Now, if you enjoyed this video, I want you to understand that in order to get games like this in the future, you need to support developers that take out their time to create visually distinct art styles out there with good gameplay. That encourage developers to not just develop their next realistic simulator. No. You need to develop worlds that are handcrafted, that look beautiful, that look well designed for you guys, the consumers, to enjoy. Because that is the only way games like this can be made more consistently. You need to support artists, give them much feedback, and make sure that these are the type of stuff you want to see more in the future. So put your money where your mouth is. If you enjoyed the breakdown, like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next deep dive into one of gaming's most beautiful worlds. Till next time, bon voyage. The fuck is bon voyage?